come?
Please come, Animesh.
Good morning,
Please sit
sir.
down.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So, Animesh, we begin with your brief introduction.
Sir, my name is Animesh Verma. I was born and brought up in Lucknow. After completing my schooling from Lucknow, I pursued BTech in electrical engineering from IIT Delhi. Thereafterwards, I started preparing for the civil services exam. And sir, my hobbies include strength training and walking in nature.
And walking in nature.
Yes.
So, what is walking in nature, Animesh?
So I usually like to go to a nearby park, the lush green park.
Oh, that way.
To access.
It's a brisk walking or just a stroll?
Sir, almost brisk walking, but it helps me to relax and.
How does it help you?
Sir, it has many benefits. Like helps me to refresh myself, helps me to relax. Apart from the physical benefits like improve cardiovascular health and more.
They say that when the pollution is high, you should not walk in nature also. What do you say? Is
yes,
Lucknow a polluted city?
Yes, it is one of the most polluted cities. But in the as far as nature walk is concerned, areas with dense trees, they usually have lesser pollution, more of oxygen levels, and it is definitely more refreshing than urban congested areas.
Than your own house. So, Animesh, you are a very bright boy, BTech from IIT Delhi. So, why you want to take a career in civil services?
Sir, the diverse challenges and opportunities that IAS brings with it motivated me. Secondly, sir, since I got exposure to humanities in my college, I even excelled in a few humanities courses. So, therefore, I thought this civil services would be the right fit for me. And sir, thirdly, because of job satisfaction also, it can help me to bring about that positive impact on people. So, that's why I chose this.
So, Animesh, tell me, we talk about Viksit Bharat, that is 2047.
Yes.
Now, we talk about many things. What would economy be? How would other social economic factors be? Now, how do you think the civil service would play a role in 2047? You think it will continue to be the steel frame, or you think the effect of civil service will come down because you will be in the prime of your career, 23 years senior, and should you not decide at this point in time what will be civil service in Viksit Bharat? What is your presumption?
Sir, in about 2047, I think the role of civil services would be to work for the upliftment of the backward classes, or those who are still relatively poor people, especially in rural and remote areas.
So you are presuming that in 2047 India will still have poor?
Sir, I'm saying that it will have only very relatively fewer fraction as compared to now.
Okay, very less.
Say less than,
all right. What else?
Secondly, sir, with the development of technologies, latest technologies, the role of civil services would be to how to harness the latest technology like AI.
But civil servants are generally the journalists. They are trained as a journalist. So how would they deal with technology? Don't you think the role of and importance of civil service will gradually come down with lateral entries happening? This government has done so many.
Sir, it might come down a little bit, but I think that still it would be the role of civil services would be quite significant even in 2047, especially with more of international trade happening.
Coming to Uttar Pradesh, there is this multi-dimensional poverty index, which was taken as a new basis, right? What were the basic factors? Can you just identify three on the basis of which somebody will either be poor or will not be poor?
Sir, the multi-dimensional poverty has total 12 indicators, and which are clubbed into three broad categories like health, education, and standard of living. To name some, like in health, it includes the child mortality rate and the level of undernutrition, In case of education, the factors like the number of years of schooling, attendance,
Okay,
then
but
stand.
why did we have to make a shift from the BPL concept, which mentioned more of income level? Because ultimately, for your livelihood, it is the income which matters. Even if suppose you do not have, something with you, even if you are dependent on fuel wood for cooking, but income is important. So why income has been ignored in this?
So, income in a way had still been included, though other factors have been also included. As far as income is concerned, assets like house property and owning of vehicles is also included in this multidimensional poverty index. And the reason to broaden the scope of indicators was, as the World Bank also defines that poverty is
So Animesh, net worth is something else and income is something else. A farmer has a land, right? It is an asset. It's a net worth. Net worth is high, but he needs money. We have suicides of farmers. They have land. They can say, "Oh, you are having land, so I'll add your income. You are multi-dimensionally not poor, but he's dying because he doesn't have food to eat." So should income level be the prime concern?
And so, I think it shouldn't be the most important concern, because historical factors like the opportunities, the equal opportunities, and
Okay.
sometimes
Some other
discrimination also
factors. Okay.
happens.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Thank you, Animesh. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, Animesh, if you could tell me something about some important developments in the Indian defense sector, which we can say that will lead us to self-reliance.
So, some of the recent developments in the defense sector include, like recently the fifth positive indigenization list was released, in which 98 items were included for the defense indigenization. Secondly, MOUs have been signed for technology of transfer, which includes indigenous production. Like in the case of with France, the naval group, the six Scorpion submarines were built in India in Mumbai. So thirdly, uh,
Regarding this technology transfer, you talked about France. I think with UK also we have gone with some understanding about some technology transfer regarding our maritime, ships, etc. These fighter ships or frigates or warships. Some
yes.
agreement has been, more or less firmed up, not finalized, but firmed up. Can you tell me something about that?
So, sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall at this.
Okay. We have also, I think it was in news today or yesterday, that from Israel also we have started doing, at a very advanced stage negotiations about some chip fabrication plants to be set up in India.
So, with Israel, we enjoy strong relationship. Also, in the I2U2 grouping, we have promoted more of industrial as well as especially cooperation in the innovation sector.
Yeah, but specifically a chip fabrication plant, the
Sorry, sir.
Tower company, Israel company name is Tower Company. So they are now in a very advanced stage of setting up this chip fabrication plant. Are you aware of that?
Sorry,
Okay.
sir, I'll read about this.
Okay. We are doing a lot of things about all this in defense also. This high altitude pseudo satellite, unmanned armed aerial vehicles. What is that?
Sir,
High altitude something, so they can be solar powered and they can remain in the air above 30 kilometers for 30-40 hours or something like that. India is working on that also. What is that? Have you heard of that?
yes, sir.
And what is that?
Sir, for example, our indigenous UAVs like Rustam 2.0 was
Yeah.
developed by DRDO, and secondly, sir, recently US also gave a green signal for the sale of MQ-9B.
Oh, that is a different
IRD
story. Yeah, that is a different. But India is developing on its own. Indian scientists.
Yes, sir.
High altitude.
So Rustam was actually a medium altitude, long antenna satellite, but now more of innovation in the high altitude sector is being done.
High altitude satellites, you know, I mean, this unarmed aerial vehicles or something like that. You have stayed in Nilgiri hostel. What is Nilgiri? Which part of India is called Nilgiri?
So the Nilgiri is actually a name of a mountain which is located in South India in the tri-junction of Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. It is a part of the Western Ghats and some part of Eastern Ghats is also included.
So, if we compare the age of this Nilgiri mountain which you are talking to with the mountain of Himalayas, which one may be older? Himalayas or Nilgiris, which may be older?
So the Nilgiri mountains.
The Nilgiri. Why they are older? What type of formation is Nilgiri mountain have? And what type of formation the Himalayan mountain has? The formation, the rocks.
So in terms of the rock formations, the Himalayas are relatively newer and they are mostly composed of the sedimentary rock deposits, whereas in the southern India, Western Ghats, more of granite rocks, more of igneous rocks because of Deccan traps, more of igneous rock formations are found there.
Okay. So, you're talking about Western Ghats. My last question. Western Ghats, some important animals indicating biodiversity of Western Ghats, some important animals, few important, say 1, 2 or 3 of Western Ghats.
So I would say, so Neelakurinji flower, which Neelakurinji flower,
Kuranji flower. Why
blows
people say it derives its name from that only, I think.
Nilgiri
Okay.
mountains.
And
So,
some animals,
so and Nilgiri Tar THR.
Nilgiri Thar, okay. And
So Malabar flying squirrel. Yes.
one some lion, some, what is that?
So, lion.
Some monkey.
Yes, so some macaque monkeys are found there. So I'm not able to recall. the
You're
name.
okay. Thank you, Animesh.
Thanks.
Animesh, do you think the law and order situation has improved in Uttar Pradesh as claimed by the government?
Yes, so the recent NCRB report, Crime in India report 2022, also highlights that the crime rate in UP has decreased to about 170 per lakh population, which is much below the national average of about 250 per lakh population.
And do you think the role of use of bulldozer and encounter killings have helped in reducing this crime rate?
So in a way, yes, it has helped a bit because it shows the strictness and the motive of the zero crime tolerance policy of UP government. But it should be if the bulldozer and all encounter should be happen only as per the rule of law and not via any abuse of fire.
What is the rule of law for encounter killing?
So for example, non-bailable warrants should be there. And so encounters can happen in case of when there is a serious threat to life of the police personnel and for defense purposes mainly it is used.
Okay, good. Tell me some schemes of Government of India for energy security, Animesh.
So currently the Government of India is focusing more on renewable energy. For example, the National Solar Mission, the national scheme for solar and wind hybrid energy projects, offshore wind energy projects. Then recently the interim budget has introduced a provision for viability gap funding for offshore wind energy. Then also a green energy corridor was introduced to integrate the renewable energy sources to the main grid so as to increase the electricity generation capacities.
Okay, good. Animesh, Bundelkhand is a less developed area in the region of UP as compared to the other parts of UP. Can you tell me some initiatives, some schemes, some programs taken by government of UP to bridge this gap or to improve the infrastructure in the Bundelkhand region?
So recently the Global Investor Summit was held in 2023 in Lucknow, where a special provisions like more of subsidies were allotted for the Bundelkhand and Purvanchal region as compared to other areas of UP. Secondly, sir, for industrial development, the Bundelkhand Industrial Development Authority was set up recently to establish an industrial city near the Jhansi region. And so, thirdly, I would say the recent Ken-Betwa River linking project, which aims to transfer the surplus water from Ken River to Betwa River, which will immensely help the water scarce region of Bundelkhand region.
Okay. Animesh, recently this free movement regime between Indian side and Myanmar has been scrapped. So is it a knee-jerk reaction of the government or it is a well thought out strategy?
Sir, I would say that it is a well thought out strategy because in the past also the free movement regime has been curtailed in a phase wise manner, and sir, as because of the evolving situation as well, it has been observed that because of the free movement regime, the insurgent groups in northeast sometimes escape to the other side of the border, and also thirdly there is sometimes threat to the demography of our northeast region, especially Mizoram and Manipur region. So the rights of the tribal people are affected, and there's a chances of misuse of political power as well.
Animesh, this conflict in the Middle East, it is, I mean, Israel government is not willing to accept any ceasefire or any attempt of de-escalation. So, don't you think that this may lead to a kind of bigger conflict, because now Iran is using a very aggressive posture. America, USA, and Britain and other countries, they are also coming in because of the Red Sea issue. Houthi and Lebanon. I mean, the area of conflict is getting widened. What do you have to say?
Sir, though the conflict is increasing, but I don't think it will escalate to more further regions, because as shown by other countries as well, like US and Iran, they are not attacking directly each other just because they do not want to escalate the war to other regions of the Middle East. And secondly, sir, recently US countries like US, Qatar and all, they are pushing Israel and the Palestine to reach a ceasefire agreement, and not just a ceasefire but a long-term solution as well. For example, a two-state solution where a sovereign Palestinian state would be recognized by the Arabian nations as well.
Okay. Thank you, Animesh. Okay.
Thank you,
Sir.
sir.
So, Animesh, how elections will Pakistan would impact India?
Sir, the recent elections in Pakistan can, for example, if there is a change in government in Pakistan, then it can promote a change stance towards India. It can promote more of dialogue, direct talks between India and Pakistan. And so there also, if circumstances are favorable, then there are chances that trade between India and Pakistan can also restart.
Animesh, tell me about the status of digitization in India. Also, what are the prospects and issues?
Sir, I'm not able to, I don't have any data right now with respect to digitalization, but it has improved drastically in the last 6-7 years, especially because of the COVID pandemic as well. And after demonetization also, more of digital payments were adopted, and this was highlighted in the Economic Survey Union Budget also. And so the prospects of digitalization includes, so it can help to widen the tax base, and also it can promote further formalization of the economy. Thirdly, more financial inclusion is possible through easier credit availability through online sources. And so fourthly, this digital transaction also reduces the transaction cost. So it is beneficial for the economy, more ease of doing business as well. And sir, it can also help in inclusive growth in the sense that Aadhaar data and e-databases like the e-Shram portal for organized workers. So this is quite helpful in the
Coming to blue economy, tell me the significance of blue economy.
sorry, sir.
Blue economy, importance of blue economy.
Sir, blue economy is very important in India, especially having a very large coastline of 7,500 kilometers. Secondly, the blue economy can help not just in the conservation of the water resources, which help to sequester the carbon, which can help in the tackling of the climate change as well. But it can also promote the economic growth through the more sustainable aquaculture, through sustainable fisheries. It can also promote fishery sector in India.
You like playing hockey and you were also hockey captain. So tell me contribution of Dhyan Chand towards hockey.
Sir, Major Dhyan Chand ji, he is regarded as the greatest hockey player not just in India but throughout the world ever. And sir, he was part of the hockey team right from 1928 to 1930 to 1936, and in between two Olympics could not happen because of the World War issue. And his last Olympic was in 1948. And so he has a record of the most international goals. He was a centre forward player, and he is especially recognized for his outstanding ball control ability.
So thank you, Animesh. I pass on to Chairman, sir.
Thanks.
So, Animesh, Lucknow is tipped to be the center for artificial intelligence. Are you aware?
Yes, sir. Recently, it was proposed that Lucknow will be developed as an AI city.
Yes. So tell me, is artificial intelligence a local issue or it's a global issue?
So, I think it is a global issue because being a technology, it is not confined by any borders. It is a part of the internet and part of data flow. So it is not possible to just restrict in one country and unregulated in other countries. So a global cooperation is required.
So till the time the global at the global level, certain do's and don'ts are not decided. Should India wait for a policy on AI, just like we said for cryptocurrency, that let the entire world decide? Or you think we should come out with some checks and balances before AI takes a bigger shape and could also take a monster kind of shape?
So, yes, sir. I think that India should should formulate its own AI strategy. Especially, it can take use from the European Union's AI Act as well, which proposes a risk-based approach where more of very risky applications of AI are curtailed comparatively more, and the less risky and beneficial apps are promoted. So India should.
But India, like European countries, I think seems to be more liberal in these technology matters compared to the developed countries. UK, US and European Union are literally, they are jittering at the thought of AI. India is very positive and we want to build. China is going very much ahead. So should we emulate China more or should we go by the European Union model? You said we should go for EU model.
So I think a right balance should be maintained so as to not to over-regulate and
All right.
at the same time.
Okay. So Animesh, we have almost completed our interview, but anything from your DAF, if we have not asked any question, you may let me know. I can ask one more last question.
So I think we have covered almost all
We have
parts.
covered. So thank you, Animesh. We are over with the interview. You will proceed to the adjoining room. We'll call you again.
Thank you, sir.
So Animesh, how you have done today?
Sir, I think it was okay.
It was okay. You should it be okay in the main interview also? Or should it be excellent?
It's preferably should be good. Right.
Not excellent.
Yes, I want excellent, but
So what
depends.
gap you saw today between okay and excellent?
So like in the content part, I need to revise more facts. Like for example, with respect to the status of digitalization, if I had some facts, then it would have been better. And sir, maybe sir, in the previous mocks, I've received feedback like I need to be a little more engaging with the board, more enthusiastic. So that thing maybe can be improved
Very
upon.
good.
I think.
So I think you have to imbibe what that earlier board has also said. You need to be more energetic, enthusiastic. You should look happy. And there's no reason. Is there any reason for you not to be happy?
No, sir.
Hmm?
No, sir.
No. And remaining happy for 30 minutes is not a big issue, right?
Yes.
So this is the first UPS interview you're having.
Yes.
इससे बड़ी खुशी की बात है ये आपके पीछे घर में तो बहुत लोग खुश होंगे कि नहीं और आप यहाँ के मुंह लटका के बैठ जाओगे तो कैसे काम चलेगा so you have to be even if your nature doesn't allow you must see how you can become more enthusiastic speak a bit louder
Okay, sir.
that would be the first indication that you are in form and then that gives more confidence also. And then maybe other aspects of showing better excitement and enthusiasm. I need not tell you more than that. Now coming to content, I would like to correct you on one small aspect which may be very important in these interviews, which is your taking a view. Telling factual thing is so simple. If you know, you will tell everything. But you should be short and brief in telling. If you do not know, you cannot guess and you should say sorry sir. ये तो बड़ा सिंपल है. प्रॉब्लम इशू आता है जब आपकी सिचुएशन से आपके व्यूज पूछते हैं.
Yes.
So I will, and that is something which you have to comprehend. You have to think. You have to structure. You have to come out with the best possible answer which you can muster within those few seconds. Ever right? And you are an IITian, so you understand. Now, आपने जैसे for example ये civil services का मैंने आपसे पूछा. So you started on a wrong note because you did not think. आपको इंडिया को 22, 23, 24 साल आगे ले जाना चाहिए और आपको प्रॉब्लम इंडिया की आइडेंटिफाई मन में कर लेनी चाहिए जो अदरवाइज भी आप विकसित भारत के लिए क्वेश्चन के लिए तैयार रहो कि व्हाट इज योर ड्रीम ऑफ विकसित भारत. दैट मीन्स इन इंडिया व्हाट विल बी दी जैसे फ्यूचर शॉक नहीं था हाउ 2100 में वर्ल्ड क्या होगा वो कहते हैं लोग ऊपर से घूमते रहेंगे स्पेस में दिस ऑल इमेजिनेशन. So you have to project what will be India's, cull out from what government is also projecting and give your own. And then see civil service को उससे जोड़ दो. आपने सिविल सर्विस का मेरे थोड़ा सा कजोल करने पर आपने उसका लेवल डाउन करा दिया. यहाँ सर थोड़ा तो कम हो. क्यों कम होगा? So you are being pessimistic. Now this is the nutshell. पर्सनैलिटी जो निकल के आई है कि अनिमेश इज नॉट वेरी ऑप्टिमिस्टिक अबाउट हिज सर्विस एंड दैट इज ऑल्सो फॉर योर ओन सर्विस फॉर विच यू आर ट्राइंग सो हार्ड. सो यू कीप द फ्लैग हाई.
Okay.
Sir, in India 2047 there will be challenges of this and civil servants will rise to the occasion and they will do an excellent work at that time. Wherever specialization is required they may going for local specialization, and being the steel frame and being this, they will do an excellent job there. They have played a role all these 75 years to bring the country to this level. They will continue to do so. Can you not say this?
Yes, sir.
आपने कहा पुअर को जाके वो पुअर, तो आपके assumption में पुअर रहना ही नहीं चाहिए. He said there will be no poor. अब वो मल्टी डायमेंशनल वाले आपसे मैंने पूछा कितने बच्चे हैं, अगर उस पॉवर्टी लाइन को मान लें अपन, तो ये कहते हैं 10 साल में हमने कर दिया तो 25 साल में तो पता नहीं कहाँ लोग पैसा लुटा रहे होंगे पुअर. तो इज इट नॉट? सो यू डोंट से दैट बैकवर्डनेस पुअर. यू हैव अंडरस्टूड माय पॉइंट. अगर आप सोच के बोलते तो कहते हैं जो उस समय अचीवमेंट्स हैं, जो चैलेंजेस है, उसको सोच लो एंड अप्लाई टू द सिविल सर्विस. वी आर एवरीवेयर. टेक्नोलॉजी में भी सेक्रेटरी टेक्नोलॉजी IAS होता है, राइट? एनवायरमेंट में भी वही होता है, सभी जगह वही होता है. तो हर एरिया में जहाँ इंडिया प्रोग्रेस करेगी वहाँ पीछे IAS होगा या सिविल सर्वेंट होगा. इज इट नॉट? इसको now this I am telling in detail only because you should think before you speak. It happened in 1 or 2 more questions. AI का आपने कहा and then you change your stand. नहीं आपने शुरू में कुछ कहा फिर कहा. Now with all these things, you know, you have to be careful right in the beginning. आप किसी चीज को नहीं माने वो भी बिल्कुल गलत है. मल्टी डायमेंशनल का मैंने कहा सर, yes, income does play a role. And the poverty situation will come when income is also added to it. इतने साल तक तो जो BPL से होता रहा तो वो क्या ऐसे ही they were not it was considered as. आज भी per capita income is the basis, you know, just to say off the record. These are political things also which you cannot tell also.
Yes.
बट वो ना कह के आप ये तो कह सकते हो हाँ साहब इनकम भी हो तो ठीक होगा. इज इट नॉट?
Yes.
दिस इज हाउ टू शो दैट यू नो वी हैव ब्रॉट एंड इलेक्शंस आर अराउंड. यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई मीन? सो आपको तो लेकिन ये अपना एक एज अ सिविल सर्वेंट सोच रखनी है. थॉट प्रोसेस भी आपका भी होना चाहिए.
Yes.
ऑलराइट, जस्ट
Animesh, overall you are a very good candidate, and only thing is that you have to focus on current affairs.
Yes.
Okay, energy. Be a little bit confident in yourself, and energy. Bring some energy while talking. Okay, and current affairs. Current
Okay.
affairs में आपको you have to do some focusing. So then it will formulate your ideas, and then once it formulates your ideas, you are in a position to answer good. That is important for you. ठीक है? So you need some energy, plus current affairs section is weak. Energy and current affairs section is weak. You have to be constantly take magazines for 1 month, 2 months, 4 months, 5 months, and newspapers. So it will give a formulation of thoughts inside your brain, and then you come out with the answers. ठीक है? You do that and you will do very well, I tell you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Animesh, I think all points have been covered by Chairman Sir and Honorable Member. I won't repeat. I think energy level you have to look more. You know the things. Most of your answers are very good. But energy level, think yourself in the frame of a civil servant. How much energy would be required when you are DM of a district in UP? So,
Yes, sir.
confidence, energy level को थोड़ा ठीक है. Of course, current affairs वगैरह तो देख लीजिए. Say for example, बुंदेलखंड का you could have also added this expressway. Then also this Jhansi is a part of that defense corridor.
Defense college, yes.
Yeah, so 2-3 points you could have. Anyway, but you are good. Only energy level you have to raise. Okay, all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Same opinion, Animesh. You are looking more as a student, है ना, rather than a collector. तो बस वो वैसे ही आएगा और थोड़ा सा कंटेंट में ध्यान दीजिए, ठीक है सर।
Animesh, तुम छोटे हो हमें पता है, you're just about 23, you have turned 23. Bring that maturity of thoughts,
Yes.
right? Because what honorable member just now mentioned makes a lot of sense. Not that less age is an asset in UPSC, but for maturity you want matured mind on young shoulders. And maturity means knowledge in this case. All right? And thought process should be.
Yes.
So you'll do very well. We have given you 63% today.
173 marks.
If you have any questions, please do ask.
No, sir, no, I don't have space.
Nothing. So you have time, I would say. You still have time. 10 days. Basically, it's your personality issue and making your views. You can even jot down some of the question answers and your views on important guess questions which can come up based on your depth. It will help you. IITian के लिए तो midnight oil जलाना कोई मुश्किल नहीं है ना? तो ये करो. All the best.
All the best.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.